Whoa, what's up? Today's video is a review on I Got the Hookup 2. And before I start on my fucking review, I won't tell y'all first thing because I saw Master P response and shit, and it was really fucked up. Just because somebody have a fucking critical review of your movie don't mean that they not supporting black-owned businesses or they fake or coons because of that shit, bruh. And really, bruh, I paid to see this bullshit, so I feel like I would be doing your ass a disservice if I just act like this movie good just because you black, you dig? And really, I'm gonna be even harder on you. That way you know to do better and not put out garbage ass, trash ass movies like this, you dig? And I'm from New Orleans and this movie is unbiased in a motherfucker. I went into this shit hearing all the bad reviews. I saw the motherfucking trailers, you dig? And I was like, man, it probably ain't that as bad as people making it because the trailers had all of these actors that everybody see. But when I cut this shit on, I was instantaneously proven otherwise, goddamn it. It start off with somebody just saying, hey, blue and black, and a fucking doctor leaving from Blue House. In case you ain't see, I Got the Hookup 2. Blue, I believe, is AJ Johnson and black is Master P. The fucking movie starts in. I'm gonna press play on this shit as I'm looking at it because I ordered it on my fucking TV and it's still here. I might as well, get some usage out of this shit because I'll never pay for some shit like this again. Look, it start off with fucking what that boy name is, 22 Savage or whatever. He talking to some dude and he end up saying that it's a sexy ass dog or something, that he'll have sex with a fucking dog. He said, fuck the shit out of that dog. What kind of shit is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? What kind of weird ass movie is this? All fucking ready, bruh. I'm already disappointed. So then comes a fucking scene with some Mexican dudes like on Friday. Y'all remember on Friday when the Mexicans came through and they gave Smokey some I think it was angel dust or whatever. So the Mexicans came through on this fucking movie and they gives this clown Viagra, you did? What kind of bullshit is that? Let me look at the notes because it just pisses you clean off. He hurry up, he popping pills already. But remember, when Master P was promoting this shit, he was talking about gentrification and all of that. I'm thinking we about to get some messages. But first off, the first messages we already getting is he popping Viagra because he think that is mild or something. Look. And then they rolling down the street. All of a sudden they show a dude who I guess is the new D-boy and he walking a dog. I don't even think we see this dude again until probably the end of the fucking movie. Now look at DC Young Fly. I got the shit playing, y'all. Look, he tripping because he's finding out that it's fucking goddamn Viagra pills, you dig? Then a random crackhead, he just walking and flamboyantly dressed in a motherfucker, you dig? This shit was terrible. I'm like, just scene after scene. Like my brother said, this shit just seemed like clip after clip, like skit after internet skit, you dig? If we won't see skits, you can go to fucking Instagram and you can go to DC Young Fly or Fat Boy SSE or whatever. Now look at the crackhead doing some old crackhead shit. Then this a terrible scene. The motherfucking police rolled up on them, you dig? Look. As I watch this shit, the police come out, they incompetent. I want y'all to know, remember that, right? The police roll up, they incompetent. Every black business person on this fucking movie is incompetent. And Master P, you think that you responding to the haters, you need to just start answering for this fucking 2019 blaxploitation movie. And yeah, I wrote some of these notes down, some of it, because I couldn't even continue writing notes, bruh. But let's just continue, goddamn it. Look, the cops roll up or whatever. Instantaneously. What that dude's name is, DC Young Fly, jokingly snitching on people. No, that's 22 Savage. He snitched on dude. He said, oh, this nigga here, he be having it popping all day. They like joking and shit like that, you know. And the cops just terrible on here. They joking with him and dude fucking blow smoke in the cop face. Now with the climate that's going on in America today with black males, you dig? Y'all gonna show them some dudes blowing smoke in the cop face, you dig? You know, if you do that shit in real life, you gonna get shot in your face. Ain't no fucking jokes gonna get told to you. But I know y'all y'all like, damn, bro, it's a comedy, but we ain't see no message, nothing serious yet in this fucking movie. And I know we like the laugh, but goddamn it, this shit ain't funny no more. If you would have made this back then, you know, in 98 and 99, nigga would have been like, okay, cool, cause P just coming up, you know, he just doing this thing. But no, bro, you got a whole lot of money, you dig? A whole lot of movies was created on a lesser budget than this, goddamn it, and they did better. So I won't hear that bullshit. Look at the cop just drawing down on the dudes for no reason and shit. Look how incompetent the black cops is. They stopped the dude and the dude said, oh, weed is legal. Because they in California, right? He like, the weed is legal. He had to call into the motherfucking station to see if weed was legal, goddamn it. It's the end of 2019. Everybody know that in California, you did. We could just smoke now, whatever. But he had to call into the station because he an incompetent black cop who just harassing some dudes on the corner, you did. It's just no consequences of this scene either, you did. They didn't show us nobody going to jail for no bullshit. Because they were smoking weed in the open, because you still get a ticket, you dig? Even though he was weed not illegal, you can't just smoke in the public. They can give you a ticket if they choose to, goddamn it. Then the fucking Mexicans right there, they pull up again, just laughing at them. How that go? He just sold them Viagra, and we see Master P for the first time. He just sold him Viagra instead of drugs. Then he pulled back up to their block to laugh at them. That's what go on? No, that's fucking LA. Ain't nobody gonna just let them pull up laughing after you just sold me a drug that's not the drug I paid for. And he just laughing at DC Young Fly and AJ Johnson and Master P on the post just looking. Ain't that supposed to be your big homies or something? Ain't they should have been like, oh, that's them right there. Oh, they sold you some foul shit like that, you know? What kind of shit is that, you dig? But look, as we continue with this whack-ass movie, like, everybody doing business is terrible. And they just letting somebody roll. I can't get past that. You let somebody come back to your neighborhood after selling you drugs that you didn't fucking pay for, bruh. For real, look at them. And they just joking. Too many jokes, bruh. Understand, y'all. I know that this a comedy, bruh, but can something be serious? And look, as he finds out that it's Viagra, because AJ Johnson have a erectile dysfunction, he start chasing the car. Not to shoot at them for selling them fake drugs or no shit like that, or, you know, like, what the fuck is going on? He chasing them to buy the Viagra. What the fuck? And then that's when the movie starts. Some little South Park looking ass cartoon. Let me fast forward through that bullshit, because as I told y'all, now they show some fucking scantily clad woman rolling down the street with a stroller and shit with some extremely provocative shorts on for no reason. But you expect that, I guess. Master P was rolling through in the car, right? He talks to his fucking probation officer. This is the number 2 incompetent person. His probation officer is a fucking pimp. And it's played by Pinky. Y'all know who the hell Pinky is. If you want one of them reviews from them white people who know it's direct, real damn goddamn it, then you can go do that. Don't subscribe. But Pinky plays an incompetent probation officer who tells him, nigga, you better get down here and come take your piss test and all of that old bullshit. And I ain't playing, nickel. You better take this piss test and all of that bullshit. Master P gets pulled over by the cops, and he just break out running. The cops seem confused, like, should I chase him or not? The cop just looking. Look, I'm looking at it right fucking now. And then Master P just runs. Ain't no consequences or nothing. And they go back to motherfucking the provocatively dressed woman who walking down the street with a goddamn stroller. You dig? Look. Just walking. This movie is the worst fucking movie I ever saw in my life, nigga. And I thought people was probably taking it too far, whatever you did, but they wasn't when I saw a review afterward. Because I'm like, I want my review to be pure. So I just stopped right there and watched people say little 1 minute shit on Instagram. Then all of a sudden, motherfucking Romeo pulls over a woman who she like cut him off while he was driving. It seemed like a sex game or something is going going on. I really don't fucking get it. Like, I'm looking at this like, is he playing with her or is he arresting her for fucking cutting them off, goddamn it? But nah, it just seemed like he bullshitted the whole time. They cuts back to Master P. Look, he hopping fences and shit. He running from nothing because the police didn't even chase the motherfucker. And look, somebody right there filming it. Damn! Oh, he running and all of this old bullshit. My bad for the lighting. Fucking up my own lighting. Looking at this terrible ass movie. Look, provocatively dressed woman still walking down the street. Oh, there it is. She finally arrives to her destination, y'all. Where we gonna see her, a dude walks up and say, oh, that's a baby. That's a nice little baby. Who had that baby? Shaq? I ain't gonna lie, I laughed at that part. Because don't get me wrong, it's little small parts that actually made me giggle a little bit, you dig? But then when he pulls the cover off the baby, your boy say, I ain't no fucking baby. I think that's a boy. It look like a goddamn girl. I think my sister said that's a boy who do skits or some shit, but sometimes he act like a girl. So what happens is they still fucking like, look like probably 6 boxes of fucking cell phones. At this point, we don't know that it's cell phones, but they just pulled off a motherfucking heist. But anyway, then they go back to Bow Wow, who is flirting with a woman on the street. Like, he know this woman and know that she like try to flirt with him all the time. Like, I'm guessing, but yet he continues to pat her down and she don't even have on no clothes. She's scantily dressed. I don't even think she had fucking pockets on her shorts. So why would he have to pat her down? And it was a woman on the side recording the bullshit. But then they pops back to Romeo. And what's crazy to me is you don't even know who his love interest is on this movie. And later on, we're going to see the same thing happening with Master P. Like, who the fuck is his love interest? But we pops up in the car. He arrives to the crime scene, y'all. But it's nighttime. It's fucking nighttime. We just now saw the baby rob them and it was daytime. Did Romeo, like, is he an incompetent detective to where he ain't get to the scene till nighttime? And I'm guessing everybody got there at night because it seemed like everybody is fucking there. But when he walks up to the crime scene and it's fucking, what her name? Jess Hilarious. That was funny, the little Mexican baby part. But she's still playing a stereotypical character because she the loud black woman who don't even want to do her job right. And she being loyal to a man who is unfaithful to her and shit. Talking about she could be with her nigga who's cheating on her, but she hear about a Mexican baby. And the baby was fucking black, I believe. You know, it was Dominican, I don't know what the fuck he is. You know, Dominicans don't think they black anyway. But anyway, Romeo gets to the motherfucking crime scene. The other incompetent cop that we saw early, goddammit, he stops him like, hold on, we don't even know you did. I guess because he black, he can't even be no motherfucking detective or something. So he stops him, but yet 3 other cops walk up with names that were matched like, Tom and Kruger or some bullshit. He lets them straight through. 3 cops, he didn't check their badge or nothing. They could have just been in disguise. But since they was the right color, he just lets them right through. And what happens with Romeo, no, they went back to motherfucking Jess Hilarious, who talking random hood rat shit. And she says to let in Romeo partner, goddammit, but not Romeo. Mind you, Romeo partner is new to the department, you dig? He was like, before they came to the crime scene, he was like, watch how this work, you dig? Just watch how I do it, show you the ropes and shit like that. But yet when she arrives to the crime scene, Jess Hilarious said, oh, let her in. That's Mary or whatever, goddammit. And they let her in and then let him in on the string of her. You see how that shit work? And she was like, it must be cause she a woman or some bullshit like that. Then they cut to motherfucking what is his name? Michael Blackson. Shit is not funny. Get the fuck out of here. He questioning some dude talking about stop cutting. No problem. That shit is over now. Somebody call that boy up and tell him that shit over, bruh. That punk bitch on him done get jiggy. We know you from Detroit now. Find some new routines. Not funny no more. And then they got 2 new incompetent cops. They questioning Lil Webby. Now, it's good to see Lil Webby because I had heard that the dude went crazy or some old bullshit, you dig? But and that wasn't cool. So it's good to see that man, doing some shit, you dig? Now look what we see. One dude is refusing to tell the cops what's going on, and the other dude snitching to La Romeo. Then we get to a random fucking club scene where I guess AJ Johnson is trying to cure himself of erectile dysfunction, right? Cause it's some strippers or whatever. Just random. I told y'all, it's random skit after random skit. You dig? I could barely keep up with my motherfucking notes just because of how terrible the fucking movie is, goddamn it. Look, AJ Johnson at the motherfucking thing at a strip club. He wakes up or whatever and noticed that was all a dream or what have you. But he then walks up on his kids. They never really tell you which ones was his kids. Was it Fat Boy or was Romeo was his kid? Was DC Young Fly his kid? You did? At first I thought that, but I'm thinking only Fat Boy SSE was his kid because that's the one who later on we'll get to, you did. But the midget who just committed a crime, my bad, the midget who just committed a crime, the robbery, was chilling at his house because Fat Boy said he wanted to get his Instagram followers up. So he got an accessory to a motherfucking robbery chilling at his house. Y'all see this? This is a black exploitation fucking movie. And like Master P, if this independent, bruh, little break from the movie, if this an independent movie, bruh, that mean nobody forced you to write this fucked up stereotypical shit, dog. And this is a huge disappointment. And fuck you, not fuck you, but not fuck you, but fuck addressing the haters. Address black people in general for you putting this bullshit out, because this is an insult, bruh. This is an attack on black people. First of all, I don't even know if I should like Master P character. He a grown man and he on probation? Like, he didn't learn from 1998 I Got the Hookup 1 to go legit or no shit like that? See, I guess the black man never learned. He 40-something years old and on probation. The only one who seemed to have his life on a little bit better is AJ Johnson, if you ask me. But they still, the only thing we hear about when we see him is fucking erectile dysfunction and shit like that. Then it goes to meet Young Jeezy for some reason, y'all. And Master P tells him, oh, I'ma holler at you later about some things. I'm guessing Master P was gonna give him some type of money so like he can become, like a business owner or something. But they never follow up on that. We never see Young Jeezy again. We not gonna see him, But it was funny to see AJ Johnson walk out and say, Young Jeezy looking motherfucker, and shit like that. And then things tried to get a little bit more serious. Look. We get to the part where the cops is having a meeting about who robbed the motherfucking, who robbed UPS or equivalent to UPS. You know what I'm saying? They had USS on the shirt. So that was funny. See, I can admit when stuff is funny, bruh, but this movie is terrible. Can anybody tell me what the plot is by now? See, I've been explaining this shit to y'all play by motherfucking play, and can y'all tell me what the plot is? We don't know, y'all. We don't know about why that baby robbed somebody. We don't know about the provocatively dressed woman who was walking for damn near 30 minutes down the street with a stroller, you dig? But anyway, the cops is having a fucking meeting saying, Pablo Escobar type Colombian dude. It's he's selling a lot of drugs, but he's selling it through his goddamn cell phone store, through his once again incompetent goddamn nephew who more concerned with his rap career, you dig? So he don't really give a fuck about the cell phone store. So he allowed this shit to happen. So they telling Romeo and everybody. And they went to some type of music video for this rapper dude. He like a bleach Lil Wayne and some shit look like. So let's fast forward through this bullshit. Look at it. A terrible movie. We could just fast forward through it and still know what happened. So Master P and them goes to a fucking latte shop or whatever. AJ Johnson saying some stereotypical shit that AJ Johnson say. Look at him. Oh, I'll take 2 white women and shit like this. And take note of this, y'all. When fucking AJ Johnson said the word nigga, The white people told him, don't be saying that. And the white dude in the back raised his fist, the black power fist. He raised his fucking fist up, you know? And I want y'all to take note that all of the characters of other races, you dig, they competent at their jobs. These white people at the coffee shop, competent people. Every time we see characters of another race, they seem normal, like to have everything in order. But every time we see a black person is joke number one, insert joke number two, and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And we still don't know what the fuck going on. And what Master P said, no, I'm gonna just wait on that. So he calls his motherfucking son right here, who seems to be a slacker in college, but actually have smarts and shit. You dig? I use the word smarts on purpose. He's actually intelligent and shit at the school, but he's slacking and hanging with people who smoke weed and sell weed and shit, goddamn it. But anyway, they selling weed. He talked to his daddy and he said, hey, Dad, I'm working on some good stuff at the school, blah, blah, blah. I'm really on to something big, I guess, you know. And then it's back to AJ Johnson and his erectile dysfunction problems and shit like that. Here's the part that pissed off my sister and my wife, goddamn it. They hears this motherfucker say that the two women in there look like flying monkey bitches, and he even made the fucking sounds of monkeys and shit. And it pissed me off too, knowing that they pissed off hearing them do some dumbass shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Why the fuck they gotta be flying monkey bitches? I understand that the gimmick of their psychic shop was them wearing, you know, bee costumes and shit like that, but you could have thought of all kinds of things, you did, before you say that they look like flying monkeys. You understand? Just because they fucking black. You know, it's like that self-hate shit. And once again, if this movie independent, who the fuck made you write that bullshit, because it's fucking terrible. Then they goes to the next scene where they still trying to cure erectile dysfunction, because fuck gentrification and all of that bullshit you sold us on the Breakfast Club, like you about to have people trying to get black owned businesses. This is the movie that changes everything and all of that shit. But none of us have the right. None of us have the fucking right to complain about this shit, because you gonna be labeled a fucking hater. No, we not. We fucking consumers who pay for a fucked up, trash, terrible movie. And if it was a white movie, we'll do the same motherfucking thing. But we hold you to a higher standard because you one of us, and ain't no way you should be making no motherfucking blaxploitation movie in 2019. But anyway, they gets to the fucking, I guess it's a yoga fucking shop. And tell me why John Witherspoon, who will play any fucking role if you give him $2, he'll put a fucking watermelon on his head if you give him $2. He there and he acting like an old wise Asian man for some reason. Why couldn't he be black? You did? Why couldn't he just be a regular black business fucking owner? But no, he playing as a fucking black man who pretends to be Asian at a crooked ass yoga studio or whatever, where women come and do provocative little shit or whatever. Goddamn it, just a terrible ass movie. It didn't even make sense. Goddamn it. Then all of a sudden, the motherfucking police comes and busts in the college dorm where I told y'all Master P's son, who have a lot of potential, is like he there, and they bust them and say, oh, you selling some stuff you shouldn't be selling on a college campus. Not the weed and the drugs and shit, but that he made a text service that people could text and call each other for free. They fuck the weed and the drugs and the pills and the Molly and shit, because that's what we constantly hear about on this movie. We only heard about a black business one fucking time, Master P. So you're out your foul because you're like selling us a product that is not what the fuck. They should sue you. We should sue you for fucking false advertisement, bro. Because all the businesses on here paint black people in a negative fucking light, you dig? Have we got to one competent black person at their job yet? And this another example of white people being competent. As the white cop knock on the door to arrest them, you guys are fucked and shit like that, you know. Took them to jail. Well, look, we don't even know if they fucking went. That's what happens with this. Another unresolved police scene, y'all, because he tell them that they screwed, but we don't see nobody get arrested. Nobody gets arrested. He just walks off and on to the next hilarious comedy scene. It's terrible, y'all. The next scene is white people. They discussing stuff like businessmen. You know, like, yeah, this would be a great lucrative deal for you, blah, blah, blah. But look what they walk up on. Master P and them arguing with each other as businessmen. And your boy like, I'm prepared to offer you $2 million. Look what Master P said. Oh, we could do all kind of stuff with that. He could buy more bitches. We could get more cars. He could pay me back the money he owe me, but we not for sale. Look at the stuff he say. As a black man, he ain't say, oh, we can invest this stock. We can buy 3 more locations in another area with this money. We'll let them have that. They think they gentrifying shit, but with the $2 million that they give me, I'm gonna go to this location, that location, and that location, and double back on the ass, you dig? And multiply my motherfucking assets, and then put my hands in other fucking business ventures and shit like that. No. He said, I'ma buy new Rams. I'ma buy new cars. You gonna pay me the money that you owe me, but you don't seem sincere about that. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking changing the game with this shit. And then we get to his motherfucking restaurant, goddammit, where we see them painting black people in a negative light. And this is where the fuck I wrote down. This is where I was really pissed off. This is where I stopped taking notes. And I want y'all to see on this paper. It said, this is where I stopped taking notes. This is where, my bad for fucking up the color. This is where I stopped taking goddamn notes. I actually wrote that down because they had a fucking random crackhead who walks in with multiple personalities or some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And after that, what they do? Paint black people as just wanting to hook up at the job, you dig? We just want the hookup. The dude was saying, oh, I get a family discount. You better give me my family discount because as consumers from other black businesses, black people, we always want the hookup. And I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all do be like that in black businesses, you dig? Because when I worked as a front desk clerk at this stupid ass hotel, nigga gonna tell me, dog, hook me up on some shit. I'm like, dog, you know me as a black person, I actually hook people up at shit, but don't ask me about no hookup. Nigga, when I used to be a teenager shit at the window at McDonald's, I'm hooking random black people up. Nigga, they ain't watching how many fries you dump up in there. I used to be, people don't even know me. I'm over dumping them fries. You come in there for a 4-piece, don't even know me. I'm throwing an extra nugget in there. That's because I don't give a fuck about the establishment, goddammit. But don't come in there just expecting a hookup and shit, you did? Because then you looking desperate and shit. Look, I got you. And for those of you who say, oh, you ain't supposed to do that, guess what? You know how they hook each other up? We got a new manager here at these fucking apartments. Who we see keep getting in these apartments? More and more Asians. See, that's how they hook theyself up. Or how about the Jews? When they set up a motherfucking bank, they give other Jews loans with no interest, y'all. No fucking interest. But back to this terrible, horrific ass movie where we see Mario the comic, goddammit. He, I ain't gonna lie, he is funny, the shit he was saying and shit, but she checking his credit or whatever. You know he ain't got good credit because black people, our credit is terrible. But anyway, after they get away from his little scene, which was kind of funny and all, they cut to Master P who say, oh, I'm like the Robin Hood. Yeah, this the part that I told y'all I wanted to wait to get to. He said he like the Robin Hood of the motherfucking neighborhood, that he taken from the rich and given to the poor to give people opportunities. But y'all, we just now saw an example of what kind of employees he have. He had one girl who don't even want to serve people. What? You better go get your chicken fries and all of that type of dumb shit. We got his business partner, AJ Johnson, who making bad deals, not even paying the goddamn rent. And the AJ Johnson was even at the cash register ignorant as hell, not being professional. Then we got motherfucking fat boy SSE on the fries. He terrible as hell. You dig? And then even if we go to the USSS business with the dude with the packages, they was out there bullshitting with the goddamn packages, you dig? Or how about the goddamn incompetent cops who don't even know the goddamn law? So who he giving a second chance to and shit? Then they get to the back room where they show this I guess a Latino dude right there, and he's saying all type of horrific shit in Spanish to the black man, like they actually do to us, saying, you dumb boy, you ignorant boy, if only you knew what I was saying, and shit like that. What kind of terrible shit like that? Like, why would you insult us like that if this is an independent movie? Who forced you to insult us? This is an attack on us, and you need to answer for that. Fuck all that cliche, fuck the haters shit, and people be broke and shit, only broke people talk. Let me talk to y'all about that, some of you idiots who think because only broke people be criticizing stuff, they the only ones who critical of stuff. Do you know there's motherfucking billionaires out there and trillionaires who look down on your couple of, even if you live in the middle class and you get to get every new shoe and you got a new car and shit, you know they look down on that as 5 cent and nickel to fucking billionaires. So you think they have the right to say that your opinion is valid and make laws that keep you down and impoverished and oppressed and shit because you broke in their opinion? They got billions. If you got 100,000, couple million, 500 million, that's nothing to them people. They're fucking billionaires. You know what a billionaire is? They look down on you like shit. So do that mean that your opinion isn't valid? No. But back to this terrible ass movie. Fat Boy SSE didn't get his credit loan. We back to AJ Johnson talking to a crackhead with a multiple personality disorder. And then look who pops up. Look who pops up. Junior from the fucking Bachelors Club. I mean the Players Club, my bad. Junior from the fucking Players Club, y'all. Junior. And like, it would be all right if Junior just popped up and it had something to do with the movie, and shit. And it was good to see him just to be like, oh shit, that's Junior, nigga got a job. But the shit had nothing to do with the movie, y'all. Nothing. He talking to Cash Dog. We thought it would lead to something, but once again, this leads to nothing. We not gonna see Junior ever again on this movie, or probably ever again on another movie. We don't see Cash Dog. This movie makes Soul Plane look like Malcolm X. Goddamn it! Press play again. Look, this leads to nothing. Next motherfucking scene, we get Erica Mena. Another just random scene, cause this leads to nothing either. Erica Mena goes up in there, and once again, we don't know who Master P love interest is. Didn't I just tell y'all he was on a date where he was telling a woman, well, I'm kind of like Robin Hood. He was flirting with her. He went and walked around with her. Now he talking to Erica Mena like, you know, him and her cool and shit. He goes and tells his employee to just open up a line of credit. How the fuck that go? You just tell her, if you like the woman or something, to just open, fuck the professionalism, fuck checking her credit and shit like that. He says, open up 2 lines of credit for this woman. The woman goes up in there and she being harassed by one of his employees who he give a second chance to, and she have no fucking professionalism, by the way. Soon as she CP, she like, what, I'm supposed to respect you because you the boss? All kind of little dumb shit. Then the girl goes back there. Erica Mena, she was being professional, like, yes, I'll give you my credit name, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the blah, blah, blah. And the girl was giving her a hard time over typing and just staring at her and shit. You know, that was actually funny. My wife and my sister and them laughed, and my brother laughed at that part where she was just typing and looking at him, and the camera switched from camera to camera. That was actually fucking funny. And then Erica Mena said, you just hating because I stole your man. Which, once again, black woman in a negative light, because you rather be interested in a man who already have a woman, and you proud that you sleeping with a man who's sleeping with another woman, you know, because fuck STDs and everything else that we should be concerned about on this fucking planet, right? And then she walks off, because I don't think we ever gonna see them two either ever again. Did we see? No, we didn't see Erica Mena again, and we didn't see motherfucking whoever his employee was, goddamn it. All of a sudden, Eazy-E's son pops in the store. He like, AJ Johnson, you owe me money. Fuck the backstory. We don't know why AJ Johnson owe him money or nothing, y'all. Cause fuck the backstory. Fuck even having a plot to a goddamn story. You dig? So Fat Boy SSE walks in like, damn, don't shoot my own My pops and shit like that was like, man, fuck you. Then Erica Mena walked by, which distracts Eazy-E's son, and he turns his head and shit. And then Fat Boy SSE attacks him. As the gunshots ring out, whoever went and purchased this movie, tell me why the gunshots happen and people actually walking out of the store. I mean, bro, I paused it. I guess because I got the luxury to watch it at home and I paid fucking $7.99, which I wish I should get a refund for this shit. I paid $7.99 so I could rewind and shit, bro. People was walking out the store like calm. One dude was like, just walking, bro. Like, and mind y'all, just a quick stop on shit. Master P, don't make no more movies. And you can't act. It was parts in the movie where we clearly saw you laughing, bruh. You laughing and shit in the movie, bruh. But anyway, we gets back to the school with Master P's son, who is full of fucking potential, y'all. He know how to work on cell phones and shit, but he rather be illegitimate, you know, with his business practices and shit, you know. Then we clip from that. Because randomly, you know, fuck leading with a plot or anything. Then we see DC Young Fly and fucking Fat Boy SSE randomly talking. Then they bump into the midget who have left cheek and right cheek from the fucking Little Women Atlanta with him. And he helped them get into a club or whatever. I'm fast forward through this bullshit. And no, they didn't even get to the club first. They was outside of the goddamn cell phone shop. My bad. They outside of the cell phone shop of Pablo, where he got his nephew running it, you dig? He was like, hey, since I don't be doing my job right or no shit like that, how about you two random niggas come to the back of the shop where we got all of our inventory and shit like that, and we shooting a music video. We got a whole club scene in the back of a fucking small T-Mobile shop, y'all. It was like, this the weirdest shit ever. I mean, they went through a little door and it seemed like a fucking arena was behind the goddamn show. And whatever, what his name, DC Young Fly, being the fucking criminal that he is, cause fuck, you know, being thankful that some dude just brought you to some type of party and shit and you having a good time, he sneaks upstairs to the inventory and he get Fat Boy SSE to come up there. He texts him like, yeah, dog, I'm up here and I found some boxes full of cell phones because we in a cell phone shop, goddammit, and it seems to be a lot of cell phones in these boxes. What we could do is take these cell phones and look, it's Molly inside of it. Molly is inside of these boxes, my bad, inside of the cell phone, because he had enough time to break open a fucking cell phone and see that it was little small packs of Molly in it. Who the fuck, like, how did he have enough time to say, oh, not, you know, like, think about it, y'all. You see a box of cell phones, even if you about to steal them or what have you, you dig? Is you gonna think to crack one open and see what's inside of it first? No, you gonna look, you gonna pick that phone up, oh, it's real, let's take them. You're not gonna look inside of them, and let's think logistically, goddammit. You know what it takes to open up an iPhone or even Samsung phones? It'd be a minute, and shit, iPhone, you can't even open my phone, goddamn. You can't just open these motherfucking phones, boy. You can't do no shit like that, so come on, bro. But I know it's just a movie and I would let some shit like that slide. But when the next scene comes, y'all, this shit just terrible, y'all. I can't, my bad for bumping into this. It's such a terrible fucking movie. They comes out. They just taking the boxes out of the fucking club. They walking the boxes out of the fucking shop. Nobody is stopping them. I guess ain't no cameras, ain't no security, because Pablo ain't a big time fucking drug dealer moving weight. He ain't got men around that's watching his weight. Only his son, who more entertained by his or more focused on his rap career, is there. You don't got no men outside with choppers or somebody who guards them tons of fucking Molly that you selling through cell phones, because why the fuck would you hide small packages of Molly inside of a cell phone? You know, just dumb shit. But anyway, I guess they thought that we forgot that DC Young Fly had to walk up the steps to steal the inventory, because when we get to them taking the boxes out, they downstairs at a loading fucking dock, and he calls a lift to take them back to their fucking destination. And I guess that was funny, him leaning out of this car right now a little bit. But This shit is fucking terrible, y'all. And like, it make me look, we still got an hour left for this movie and it's terrible. I don't even think I'm gonna keep going. I might just stop at some point. Let me extra skim through. Look, they riding through with the Uber driver dude with the fucking boxes or something, and it's back to his erectile dysfunction. And then Luenell come in there because of course she gonna come to do some creepy shit, you know. They pay Luenell always to do some creepy shit. But she was actually lightweight funny, you know. It was a funny scene with her because I like Luenell sometime. At first I couldn't stand her. Then it's back to the incompetent. But hold on. Before we let Luenell skate off, that's another incompetent black person at their job. We done counted so many we don't even need to count no fucking more because she was the nurse at the hospital. And she was incompetent, you did, because she wanted to have sex with a patient who's suffering from erectile dysfunction. Now it's back to motherfucking Pinky, who is a fucking delusional pimp probation officer and shit like that, who tells Master P to submit his piss in a goddamn mug, you dig? It's terrible. Then they shoot to a random fucking scene with a crackhead once again with a multiple personality, you dig? And he in jail though. Then after that terrible scene, it's an even more terrible scene with a fucking inmate who having sex with a fucking basketball. And the CO who just standing over him, watching him, and he like, CO, you invading my personal space. This is pretty homosexual to me, but whatever. And it's back to Romeo. He flirting with the other fucking police chief, look like to me. So I fast forward some more. They beating up a midget. That was kind of funny. He roughed up the midget. I don't know why I find that funny all the time when midgets get roughed up or some shit. I mean, little people or whatever get roughed up. It was funny, goddammit. They put it there for me to laugh. Then they showed 22 Savage who rambles about some shit that makes no sense, you dig? We did watch him snitch early in the movie, and I do recognize that his attire is different. He now have on a fucking blue blazer with a black hat. So do he work for the police or did he just change his clothes later on in the day because that's what he normally wear? But either way, he rambled some bullshit, and it's back to Fat Boy SSE. He shows Master P, supposedly legitimate business owner, but he not a legitimate business owner. We don't know what to think of him because we don't have a fucking backstory on him. He shows him the cell phones and he said, boy, Christmas ain't came this early since 1998. I guess he referring to I Got the Hookup 1, you did, because he ain't learned his lesson from, you know, all the trouble people got into on that shit as a black man. So he just accepts these phones without saying, where the fuck did you get these phones from? Because you a slacker, goddamn it. You work for me. You fry fries in the bag. Where would you get your hands on this type of shit, goddamn it? I don't want this type of heat going on in my business, blah, 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 bringing the cops to me to shut my place down, and I'm the last legitimate black business on the block. None of that was said, but let's press play. Look at him like, oh, Christmas came early. Now it's back to the fucking slacker Pablo nephew, you dig? Pablo the only serious person so far in the motherfucking movie. Pablo said, man, I might have to kill you because you done let these motherfuckers walk in and take a lift in order to take kilos of fucking Molly out of my goddamn shop because you shooting a video or something in the back. And I noticed this homosexual thug who chilled with Pablo. He got blonde and black fucking plaits in his head or whatever with a red top hat. Why, y'all? And he got nails, long nails or something. I just didn't get it. And it's back to Fat Boy, SSE, and Master P in the car talking again. About what? I don't fucking know. Nobody knows what's going on in this movie no more. I don't fucking know what's going on in this movie. So Fat Boy and SSE starts talking to DC Young Fly, and they just say, hey, know what we'll do? We'll just sell the drugs that was inside of the phone. And that's when this shit turns into lightweight half-baked or something. You know, they gonna sell drugs to get Kenny out of jail, basically, some bullshit like that. So the only people that he know Fat Boy SSE, after they go to a random party, my bad, they go to a random party and they come up with another idea. Fat Boy SSE busts out and said, know what? I know these two girls who be partying, so they might know other people who be partying, and we could sell drugs to them and they could help us move it, because we ain't from the hood and we don't know tons of gang members who wouldn't mind selling all of these drugs for us, you dig? We don't know Crips, we don't know Bloods, we don't know no motherfucking body inside of LA, which begs the question, why all of these country sounding ass people is in LA? And yeah, I'm from New Orleans, but everywhere I go, I don't meet other people from New Orleans. Like, it's very rare for me to see other people from the South. So how do all of these Southern people just end up in this location in LA? Why wouldn't you film this video in Atlanta or at least your home city, New Orleans? Why wouldn't you give the money to New Orleans or Atlanta or somewhere? But anyway, Fat Boy SSE and DC Young Fly is turned on by some women who clearly setting them up by doing just random provocative shit, sexually explicit bullshit, you know, just random bullshit to where you should be like, man, women don't just be doing stuff like this. This is a setup, you know, but not them. They goes out there because every black man, we just drool over the other race, you know. Oh, them Latino women. We just the biggest thirsty men on the fucking planet, and that could be way further from the truth, goddamn it. Then some woman, they call some girl up. First of all, y'all, these dudes didn't find it suspicious that the girl got on the phone and said, hey, my friend, you want to come party and bring the bocas or some old fucking Spanish word that I can't pronunciate, and bring the botas when you come and shit like that. They shouldn't have been like, what the fuck that mean? Or what you mean bring the blah, 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 and this, that, and the third? What the fuck is going on? Y'all already doing all of this weird shit that make me think y'all on some setup shit, because don't know women just throw themselves at men like that, especially attractive women like that. I'm on to you motherfuckers, because fuck all of that. But no, they goes outside, have another conversation with them, and allow these women to just disappear. The women just disappear, y'all. And fucking Carla look like from Next Friday, but that ain't her. She looked just like her, and we know they've been copying everything from every fucking movie. She pulls up with fucking Debo. She pulls up with Debo because this wouldn't be complete without the actual Debo. And that's when we see that fucking dude who I told y'all must be the new bully or something of the neighborhood, who was walking the pit bull. We saw him again, and it's damn near the end of the motherfucking movie. We got 48 fucking minutes left. Debo start making them smack themselves for some reason. Not even funny to me, goddamn it. DC Young Fly imitates Chris Tucker when he was shooting that big worm from the roof, where he was like, smoke dog, baby. Remember that shit? But when Debo and them pulled off, your boy was like, come back, this is my block, and all of that shit, because he basically Chris Tucker offspring on this fucking movie. He need to stop walking around doing that shit. Get yourself a new gimmick or something. Write some new jokes. That shit ain't funny. Then they skip to P in another love interest. I don't even know. Another love interest, goddamn. We'll call a love interest number 3. But another love interest calls him on the phone. My sister said her name B. Simone. She randomly a psycho chick who's stalking him on the phone. Don't worry, just like the other people, we'll never see her fucking again in this movie, because we'll never see her again. And then we gets to another scene. A scene that I hate to even talk about, because if you independent, they didn't force you to put this scene in, Master P. We get to a homosexual nail salon, and for some reason a homosexual is just singing and dancing, because I guess that's what happened in homosexual salons. You just walk in and there's people up in there dancing, singing I'm Every Woman or some bullshit. But for some odd reason, it's packed with a lot of black men. And I'm wondering why the fuck they laughing at one man when he choose to get his hair cut by the homosexual. Like, it's really weird, because if he had a problem with the homosexuals, why didn't he just go to another club? You know? I mean, another barbershop. But the other dudes, why they laughing at him for getting a haircut by the homosexuals when they in a homosexual salon? But I guess I'm guessing the reason for all of the men being there, even though that dude right there did get his haircut by a gay dude, The reason for them all being there was because Juju was there, who is another fucking terrible business owner. She's another terrible business owner because when she comes in, she tells one dude, get up right now. And she, in a rude way, she didn't say, oh no, I have appointments right now. You know, you can come back or schedule your appointment on a later date. She a stereotypical motherfucker. You got to get up. And then some other dude sits down. And then we see DC Young Fly and them handing a box to the same people like 4 times. The gay light-skinned dude who was flirting with him the whole fucking time of the movie. He put the money in his pocket and shit, you know, flirting with him the whole motherfucking move, the whole scene. He was talking to him and shit and handed him like 4 boxes. I don't know if they was like, we forgot that we showed him, give him 2 boxes already. I don't know if they forgot or what, but most likely they forgot. Anyway, that other crackhead, he popped up again. Saying nothing but more dumb shit. He pops up into the homosexual salon. Nothing leads, you know. That crackhead had a lot of scenes, goddamn it. At least he had scenes that led to something. They led to the next scene of him doing buffoonish shit with nothing but baby powder around his lips. And here, a pimp who's selling shit. And notice, we still haven't saw a competent black person yet. I think the most competent black person on the motherfucking movie is Romeo. And he's still walking around flirting with so many women, you dig? But anyway, it's back to AJ Johnson and his erectile dysfunctional problems, you know, his erectile dysfunction problems and shit. And it looked like that's probably like his his daddy or something. And he like looking at the kids and he looking like at the woman. And he like, these ain't his kids, but they got the woman totally belittling the black man, of course, telling him he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that. Even though it seems that he take care of kids that's not his, he on child support. And he apparently keep her dressed correctly and shit like that. So once again, that was just a terrible scene where the black man was belittled and he sat there like an asshole going through erectile dysfunction problems. Back to the only normal person in the whole fucking movie, and that's Pablo. Cause he only about his business. It seemed like he like, fuck this terrible ass movie, fuck all the comedy that's going on around here. Just give me my motherfucking money, Master P. You and your stupid, goofy, buffoon, watermelon ass nephews and them, and I could get the fuck out of this movie and live my life right, goddammit. But anyway, behind him, I have to speak on this. The people in the background, as they come to ask Master P for his money back at the shop called Pops or whatever, the people behind him was holding their guns for a long ass time. I mean a long time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna press play on it and tell y'all how long they holding their guns. The whole time they hold their guns, I'm gonna be talking about the movie and the scene. And for some reason, it's one dude who got his hand, he like the double gun dude. Every time you see him, he got double guns. He, even if he pointing, he double point side to side. And all the black people is stereotypically pointing their guns to the side because, oh, black people, we so dumb, we gotta be hood with it. We gotta point the gun to the side because fuck accuracy and shit like that. But I'm gonna press play and we gonna watch this scene as I hold the gun. As the people behind him hold the guns at Master P and Fat Boy SSE, who ain't even fucking armed, by the way. Look, you got the money, Master P, blah, blah, blah. Look, him, blah, blah, blah. Your boy said, you need to check these motherfuckers for getting my money. Look, I ain't fast forwarding through it. What money, Master P? I don't know nothing about nothing. Master P walking up to them. Remember, the guns is still point. Look, I don't know shit about none of that. We just had cell phones. I ain't take no cell phone. SSE them saying, look, everybody still got their guns up. Double gun dude still back there too. Look, I probably took cell phones. Now they saying that, no, he took the cell phones, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's hard, y'all, to do this review and still do this. Y'all see how long my hand's still up. They still pointing the gun at him, y'all. Look, your boy looking at him. Look what he tells Master P, though. Look, if I come back, when I come back, I want all my motherfucking money, or else I'm killing you and I'm killing your kids and them, you dig? And if y'all talk to the police and shit like that, I'm killing your kids first. Master P and them still look like they don't even care about the threat that he just made up on his kids and all kind of shit. Look, we still in this scene. He walking the fucking DC Young Fly and them. Look, did y'all take this man guns and drugs and shit? And don't lie to me no more. Look at him. Yeah, we did take the guns and drugs. Now they telling them and all of that. Mind you, my fucking hands is still up. And Master P and them don't even care about the threat to their livelihood or their kids or nothing, because they still sitting right there cracking jokes. Because as black people, all we do is crack jokes. Nothing is serious. Who cares about a serious scenes? And look at Master P dumbass laughing. He laughing. They can't even cut the scene. Look, DC Young Fly do it. I ain't gonna lie, that part was lightweight funny where he was crying like, ah! But P dumbass laughing. Look, they hand some of the money to dude. The guns is still up. Double armed dude and everything. And why is there a girl, I think her name April Jones or some shit they said. Why the fuck is she dressed like Tomb Raider everywhere she go? Shouldn't the police be on to her? Like if she go inside a Walmart, oh, what is this woman got a gun strapped to her leg? She got a see-through shirt with a brow on her. Somebody pull her over or something, goddamn. Look, notice my hand is still up and he re-threatening Master P now, talking about, nigga, I'ma kill your kids and shit, you know, repeating that to him, you know. The guns is still up. I can't wait to fast forward through this bullshit. Y'all just don't know. Look, the main bad guy Pablo just not, look, he waving a cigar around. Will you please hurry up, bruh? Look, double arm dude done switch this shit to double arm from side to side now. Now they show a close up of everybody holding their guns and guns finally down. And another buffoon just walked up and said, man, y'all got fries? Black. That's the end of that scene, y'all. That's the end of that fucking scene. And now here we are to Master P and them, I guess, sitting there plotting. His son returns, who I told y'all didn't get arrested for nothing. I guess he wasn't arrested by the cops. They didn't give a fuck about the reason they was there. They didn't care that dude was selling Molly. They didn't care that dude had weed. They didn't care about none of that bullshit. And they let the son go. The son comes back. Dad, I done came up on some new technology that's gonna get us paid, goddammit. And then they just show us the technology, this, that, and the third. Don't worry, we only got a couple fucking minutes left because I'm fast forwarding it. Look, they go to a club, ran into a random Mexican dyke. I don't understand, but she punked the shit out of them. Why? Nobody knows why. Because nothing leads to nothing in this motherfucking movie. That's why, goddammit. But anyway, they start passing out the chips and shit like that to people to put in their phones. And like, I don't think that's some shit that you just do inside of a club. Oh, let me stop my club partying, and who cares about how drunk, high, and twisted I am? I'm about to find a way to open up this cell phone and put a chip in it. Who knows if the cell phone even have a place designed for this motherfucking random chip that I just got? Because none of this shit makes any motherfucking sense, you dig? More fast forwarding. Romeo is up here. He up there investigating, I think, love interest number 3 of Master P, and she slips and snitches, cause nobody holds their tongues in this fucking movie, you did. She snitched and said, oh, black, said Master P name and shit. So then Bow Wow called the Bow Wow again. Then they get to Romeo, who randomly starts screaming after work, I have to arrest Master P. And then his fucking love interest number 2, which is his partner, comes in there and he got scared and dropped his towel, apparently. I get it. They trying to get women to view the shit. So then he flirts with her, you dig, because fuck professionalism, and we inside of a locker. I would guess that was the men's locker that she just walked in, but fuck all of that. Anyway, Romeo goes to question Master P like, man, do you know anything? No, I don't know nothing. And he like, why the fuck you wearing shades at night? That's creepy. Master P responds, I'm about to go swimming. He gets out of the car. Romeo says, you know you can tell me anything, right? Why the fuck would he tell you anything? He's a criminal. You a cop. What the fuck? How'd that go? I know y'all family, which they never specified who the fuck is Romeo daddy anyway. You know, for all I was thinking, I thought that was his son, goddammit, until the end of the movie when he finally said nephew. And I was like, oh, that's his nephew, goddammit. All right. Anyway, Romeo dumbass just put a tracking device on Master P car, And he done it very fucking, oh, that's a nigga who doing some sneaky shit, like how he ran off and shit. It was like, why don't you just dress up like a ninja, goddamn it, so they could really know you doing some sneaky shit? And the most terrible part of the movie, I gotta sip this motherfucking Gatorade because we get into the fight scene, the shootout, or whatever the fuck you want to call this scene. There go Tomb Raider girl with the see-through shirt and shit. Anyway, Pablo hops out of the motherfucking car. For some reason, he dressed like a model. He didn't come dressed like he about to do gangster business. He don't even got no socks on and shit. Got on some extra high water pants. I guess that's the style these days, but whatever. Anyway, he walks up to P. P stupid ass give the dude some of the money. Then fat boy SSE walk up acting like he got the rest. Talking about, don't worry about it. I got some. I got the rest of the money. This motherfucker only got $4,000. That dude said he wanted $130,000. He had this man $4,000, y'all. And then the most terrible fucking shootout or ending climax or whatever you want to call it ever happens. Terrible bullets, y'all. It's like, it looked like fucking Black Cat firecrackers was at the tip of the gun. Bah, bah, bah. Like if you hear the sound effects, it's like that. Like Master P put some fireworks inside of a pan and lit the shit. Anyway, nobody bleeds. I don't think I see no, look, she hit. Don't see no blood. This how the Tomb Raider girl shoot guns. With the gun right to her face, y'all. That's how she shoot guns, because still fuck accuracy. The other chick fall. The love interest who seemed like Bow Wow was trying to get her, she falls after getting hit, but her thong just had to be all the way out. Damn near her whole ass crack was out. I know y'all want men to see like, oh, her thong was out, but come on, bro. It was just too obvious to where it's cheesy to me. Come on, they have Instagram now. It's so, these days nudity is desensitized, goddamn it. So don't nobody give a damn. So it just fucked up the movie as she fell and rolled to her stomach, goddamn it. Press play some more. Look at him. Generic cop number one. She shot him. And then this, in my opinion, is the worst scene of the whole movie. Where Romeo and a homosexual pimp thug, you did, they decide to put their guns down. You know, we gonna fight it out and shit like that. So they get into a weird fucking comedical fucking pose. Then the dude bitch smack Romeo just now, and then he breathing and shit like it's just over with, because fuck punching the shit out of him and stomping him and make sure he don't get up to arrest you. He throws a generic punch. Romeo blocks it. Bam, you know, like just so slow and terrible. Then La Romeo start punching him, and then he gonna say, that's what you get for smacking me like a bitch. Terrible. Then the woman, I guess, you know how they always have a killer woman at the end and shit, like a woman who be killing shit, like on Belly. When the woman came at the end and she was just killing shit, and she cut Ox throat and shit. She come through slicing people. So then Romeo gets into a fight with her, and he like, I'm not gonna hit no woman. Woman slicing his dumb ass up, and look what he calls her, a devil witch or a dumb witch. Either way, it was a terrible word. I'm like, what in the fuck is Romeo talking about? Then the woman was about to stab him in the stomach. He blocks her, and the woman was like, oh yes, I'm about to kill this motherfucker. But then that woman, love interest number two, who is his partner, she came in and stabbed her in the stomach. Then they just cut to P beating the shit out of Pablo for some reason. I ain't even know that shit happened, and this is my fourth time watching this shit. You did, my fourth time. Y'all know how mad I got to be that I had to watch this movie that many times. But anyway, Romeo's life is saved. And then at the fucking crime scene, Romeo just busts out kissing his partner, love interest number two. And the police chief was like, right on the crime scene, y'all two got something to talk about after this. We got something to talk about. I guess she gonna reprimand them or something. But anyway, He smiles with her. Then Master P, Fat Boy SSE, he still got the drugs. So he do a long ass smile and he throws, I guess DC Young Fly was down there. He threw him the drugs because, you know, illegitimacy ain't nothing wrong with that. Them doing illegal shit, still having drugs, not learning a lesson and shit. And then Master P walks up to Romeo. And they go, I got the hookup or some bullshit, and then that's when the song comes on. And now we looking, oh, they started a business because Master P ain't get arrested for fucking selling drugs inside of a phone outside of his shop or using his shop as a storefront to sell fucking drugs. And because Pablo, I guess, ain't go to jail, I guess Fat Boy SSE ain't get arrested at the crime scene for having a big duffel bag worth of drugs. I mean, your fucking movie was terrible, bruh. And you can blame people and say people haters all the fuck you want, but no matter what product somebody buy, they have the right to criticize that shit, bruh. And really, I would feel like a yes man if I just told you that this fucking movie was good. And matter of fact, I would feel terrible to black people, you dig, if I just told them this movie was good. In fact, you should feel terrible for putting out this fucking blaxploitation movie, you dig? Wouldn't we be terrible if we didn't say, Master P, that movie was terrible. Don't make no more motherfucking movies. Don't make no more movies, you did. Because wouldn't that make you think, know what? This movie was all right. I'm going to make another movie. No. We don't want you to think that. We want you to know that this movie was fucking terrible. And I will repeat, it makes Soul Plane look like fucking Malcolm X, bruh. And you should ought to be ashamed of yourself. It ain't no haters and all of that shit. Cause we bought this shit. I bought this shit to view it, goddammit. I supported you. Now, black owned business aside, you not above criticism, you dig? And I'm from New Orleans, and I'm black. Your fucking movie just terrible. Leave black owned business out of it. And y'all know my channel all about black people, goddammit. But your fucking movie was horrible. It made me be ashamed to be from New Orleans as I sit in Sacramento, California and view this movie with others. It make me want to hide my face, P. You fucking ought to be ashamed of yourself. Once again, y'all holler at me.